My dear friends, welcome back for this week's video. Today we're gonna start with a new series. You may have noticed that my channel is heavily focused, especially for the guitar section, on devices that are very inexpensive, affordable, I would say, not cheap, but affordable, that are very interesting, very high quality compared with the price they are sold, and that are perfect for beginners that have not so much money. They don't need, of course, incredible performances, but they want to obtain a similar result to what a producer can obtain, like record or something like that. I never touched, you may have noticed, the use of audio interface, really dedicated audio interfaces. I've shown you how to use many other devices from NUX and others like audio interface as audio interfaces. But if you want to make the jump, just follow me. We're gonna start a series about the Presonus io24. Okay, we are gonna start with this topic. It's a new series from starting with this week related to the use of this instrument I'm gonna show you. Just an important introduction. I'm not showing you this particular device because I want you to buy this one. As I said at the beginning, before the intro, that I'm focusing on devices that are a good price compared with their functionalities, and that have some advantages that can really help beginners or people that don't want to create a full audio studio using racks or something like that, but they wanted to spend their money in a careful and satisfying way. This was my choice. That is why I will show this one. So of course, forgive me if I'm gonna show you why I decided to purchase this particular device. As you know, all the devices I'm testing in my channel are purchased with my own money. I tested them. I choose them as any other consumer would do in his regular life. So I'm not I'm not endorsed in any way. These producers don't even, these manufacturers don't even know that I exist. So there is no advertising or nothing like that. I'm just showing you what I picked as my own choice, as a responsible choice, I would say. I will start with just a very simple unboxing, so you can see what you are gonna purchase with this device, and then I'm gonna show you the characteristics, the price, or so. I'm just a little spoiler. I picked this one during Black Friday in 2023, so you see that some months have passed. I had the opportunity to test it quite well, and to be honest, I'm really satisfied with my purchase. And by the way, I've seen that on Amazon and other websites, it is sold more or less at the same price that I paid during the Black Friday. The incredible thing is that this interface was released at a price close to $200. Now it is much less expensive than that price. And in my opinion, that sounds strange because as soon as you will have a look at the characteristics, you will be probably surprised, like myself, because of of this thing, as it is really an interesting device. But as said, if this is not an advertising, I would like to stay as dry as possible. Just show you the characteristic, and then you will be able to perform your choice. But another important thing is to remember what I'm going to show you. Apart this particular video that is focused on this device, there are other videos that will come up later after this one that will use again these characteristics that are not present on any interface. But I'm gonna try to keep my evaluation, my description as general as possible, as far as it can be done, of course, because of course, if there are characteristics that are only available here or in some few boards, I cannot show you everything. Of course, you will not have available. Will not have it available with other devices. So, well, let's start. So it was very fast. Just a quick look at the box. You see it shows like that. There are some pictures of the device with the description, some characteristics. There is a high focus on the software, and you will see in a moment why. Also here, this label about the compatibility with a lot of the AAW, that more or less all the most famous ones. So let's open the box. The content is very simple, so this unboxing will take really just a few moments. You see it is well packed with protective material to avoid damages during transportation. Let's remove it them and put them aside. You see the board, some dry rice. Let's put it aside, and on the bottom a cable, USB. Sorry, I hope it is visible. USB A, USB C. That is a good news. It is powered by USB C. This okay. Here you had some footings, rubber footing that I already attached to the machine, so they were attached onto this. There, as I said, the power cable and some minimum instructions on the use, a quick guide, warranty, and so on. So the basics you would expect in any package like this. So let me reclose the box and put it aside. This way, let's remove also the bag from the machine. Okay, very quickly. Oh yeah, here they are. And now let's focus on the device itself as it is. So give me a moment. Well, it has a strange shape if you look on the side. It is thinner on the back side, larger on the top, on the front. So the front panel is a little bigger, but the full device is not so big. The weight is around 450 grams, so really light in my opinion compared to the size. It has the rubber feet that I attach, as I said. But have a look at the interfaces first of all. Okay, here we have, of course, a lock. Kensington lock, so it's not necessary. I will never use it probably. The USB-C. You see that there is no plug, no socket for the power delivery. So why is that so? Because this machine is powered only through the USB-C port. So you don't need anything else to obtain the result of powering it. So, well, you will also notice that there is no power button, so it is not possible to turn it off unless you detach the power or you detach it in another way. For example, in my case, I'm generally using it connected to my computer, and I have a powered hub with some switches, so I can turn it off from there, but that's the only option. This can be probably one thing that you may not like so much. I personally like devices that includes a power button, just to have the possibility to detach them from absorbing power, from absorbing energy, and also avoid any problem. But of course, there probably were not so much room, and was necessary to make some savings because, as I said, this device is really inexpensive right now, especially compared with other devices with similar characteristics. Okay, USB-C port. It's easy because it is a cable that everybody has in its own, as it is now the standard for computers, for smartphones especially, and so on. It has, of course, a headphone socket, an headphone output. It is on the back side, not so convenient. I would have preferred to have it on the front, especially considering that maybe this device is kept behind your monitor or something like that, not so reachable. So reaching the back is not fantastic. It could have been better, but of course they needed to make a choice. There is a stereo output, left and right. So this is the main output that is supposed to be connected to FR speakers, if you want, or a mixer or anything else, only one output, I'm sorry, so left and right. Incredible surprise in this price range. The input, MIDI input and output with regular 9 pins, for sorry, 5 pins connectors that you can use for keyboard or anything else. That is really strange. You will not find any other device in this price tag, as far as I know, of course, because at the moment of this video, this is the source of my researches, but you may find something different in the following. But for the moment, this is the only one that I found with these characteristics. A lot of air vents around that to avoid heating. There are no fans in this one, so the temperature control is only passive, that's all. No other sockets, never anywhere. Let's have a look at the front. We have two inputs, independent, channel 1 and channel 2, that are, you see, universal. So you can connect here both a jack TRS cable or a microphone cable with three pins. So on both of these you can connect with whatever you want. So this can be perfect to have one microphone and one guitar, for example. That is what I purchased it for. Here, this blue tag is just the screen protector, so don't worry about this. This is not a button. Also, you will see that there is this encoder that will turn blue when we will start it. I'm not gonna do it today because it's part of the next video. And with this one, you can select whatever you want. Any configuration is done here. It is also clickable, so it can be used for confirming and also for setting. Here we have a button to detach any sound, to mute everything altogether. This one is a back button. These two are needed to, these two buttons, 1 and 2, as needed to go to the settings and then can set of the two channels. So you can select the gain, and there are a lot of other possibilities. For example, you can also activate the phantom voltage on these ones if you have condenser microphones that need it. And these two buttons will become very interesting in the near future when I'm going to show you some characteristics, because you see that they name presets, and they are one for channel 1 and one for channel 2. You may know that whenever you connect a microphone or an instrument, it is possible to apply some effects to that, and you can save them as presets. And that is what we're going to do with the software included, with the general mixing software included in this device, together with the drivers. But the interesting thing is the possibility to select the presets even directly from the machine. And this is one of the most interesting characteristics of this device. So follow me until the end, because in the final part I'm gonna explain you why it is so good, in my opinion, this device, compared with other that are less expensive, that are more or less in the same price range, but sometimes even much more costly than this one. Okay, let's put it here for a moment aside, and now I would like to focus for a moment to the offer that this device have. As I said, together with the device, you are gonna get also a bundle of software that is really interesting, in my opinion, and that's something I would like to show you. So let me switch to another picture. It's still there. I didn't move it, and I would like to show you some details. Okay, first of all, what you are seeing on my desktop is the website by Presonus, the manufacturer of the device, and in the software included, there are a lot of opportunities. Here you will find the characteristics about the devices. The Presonus Revelator is the main line, including this part. And in here you will find also all the features of this one. Well, Together with the device, you will get the software Studio One 6 Artist Edition. And you will see that this is the Artist Edition, as I said, that is around as a price range. This one, look at here, I'm on Thomann website, so an official one, and you see that Presonus Studio One 6 Artist is tagged. Sorry, I'm doing some. Is tagged at 88 euros alone. Keep it in mind. It is also possible to have the version professional that costs 285 from as a road road price. Consider that if you don't want the artist version of the software, when you register your interface to the website, you can instead you can obtain the Studio One 6 Artist for free, or you can purchase the Studio 6 Pro for 99 euros. So it is even more interesting as a price, especially if you are interested in this DAW. I have to be honest, I was not so familiar with this one because I'm used to, I know very well Reaper and other software like that, but I found that it is really appreciated in the market. That's why it is, as you can see, it is often sold like sorry, let's switch to English. This way it's easier probably for you to follow. And it is very popular to a lot of creators. So you may be interested. You see, it is sold as a standalone software. So we are not speaking of strange things, but we are speaking of a very interesting software. By the way, one curiosity that you may be interested in, Presonus software development team is composed by a large part by people that used to work on Cubase. That is probably the most famous audio editing software for the past 30 years or something like that. Now there are much less expensive solutions, but I think that this kind of competence and skills can be really interesting. Then, together with that, you will collect hundreds of plugins, softwares provided by different manufacturers, all in a bundle. And that is something really interesting. If I show you, for example, my account, you see these are all the plugins I redeemed, but it's not the full catalog, and all these are free. So I picked Studio One Artist and so on, and all these plugins that are available, so recording software, virtual instruments, and so on. Believe me, the quantity of tools provided is incredible, and they are really interesting if you are into producing music. So I think that this alone is an incredible bundle, especially considering the price of the device. Another important thing well, one warning, a very important warning, keep this in mind, looking at this amount of software here. You see that they are in my account, so I was able to collect these ones, registering my account on the website, registering the serial number of the device, and purchasing and getting all the softwares I wanted to obtain. Be careful, because I see that on Amazon and in other websites there are some used devices available for a little discount, like 10 euros below the road price or something like that. Be careful, because I've heard about people that purchase them. They were happy with the hardware, but the software was redeemed. So somebody purchased the device from Amazon or other website that allows returning them without a question asked. They redeemed the software because that is really interesting, and then they returned it just to keep the licenses. And that, is my opinion, is a sort of cheating to the purchaser, because you are purchasing a bundle and it doesn't include a largest part of what you paid or what you are supposed to pay. It's incredible, the price, especially considering the discount for Studio One Pro. as we mentioned before, because the price is higher than what you would save is more than the cost of the device itself. So it's something really incredible. It's probably also one of the actions to try and convince people to use their own hardware. But in my opinion, well, they got me because I was really convinced. Now I would like to switch for a moment to the most interesting technical characteristics of this machine that are something that is written directly on the website, and you can compare with a lot of other devices. Let me hide the title because it makes unreadable some parts. You see that it is powered by USB, as we already said. There are inputs that are, as we mentioned, to combine XLR or TRS line combo. By the way, something that you may notice, but it is mentioned in a moment, so probably I'm gonna go to that. The line outputs, I didn't mention that before, these ones are also balanced. So you don't need to be scared to use long cables to your mixer or to your speaker, because as they are balanced, they are quite protected by external interferences, and that is a great advantage because, of course, you can use them even in a stronger way. As we said, there are two MIDI connector, 5-pin connectors, inputs and output. The characteristic of the preamp, because of course, if you purchase a sound card, you are interested on the quality of the preamp, because the better, the best result you can obtain. Otherwise, you may not be so satisfied about the outcome. In any case, the characteristics declared, there are some videos in YouTube much better than mine, with people that have more technical devices and methods to test, that compare them, and it looks like the manufacturer was really transparent about that, because what he declares sounds like correct. The total harmonic distortion is less than 0.009%. You may see that compared with other very popular interfaces like the Scarlett or so, they are very close, more or less. The gain control range is 60 decibels, that is quite standard. The maximum input in the preamp is plus 10 dB. That is robust. It can bear high thing. It can provide phantom power for your condenser microphones, as we mentioned. The frequency response, very interesting, is 20 to 20 kilohertz, and the tolerance in dBs is very good in all the spectrum range. It is good considering again the price of the device. The microphone impedance, preamp impedance is a high resistant one, very good. The noise ratio, the signal noise ratio, I would say, in the input is 126, not bad, not bad. You can obtain from the outputs a 10 dB increase, so it is 8 times the power. The output is declared identical to the input, so you should not lose anything. And the total harmonic distortion is quite low for this price range. You need to use to get much more expensive devices to obtain something significantly different from this. The output headphones is 40 milliwatts and 56 ohm. But one important thing is that the output can bear my headphones until 300 ohms, so high impedance headphones that are generally difficult to drive because you need more power for that. And there are proofs, some other tester confirmed that they work it is possible. This is not so common, and I don't remember other boards at this other audio boards in this price tag that can reach this result. And that is interesting, considering that it is powered only by the USB-C topic. As we said, the total dynamic range of signal is about 105 decibels. There are some boards that arrive to 110 out there. It's not really a big difference, so I think that I'm good with that. The total depth is 24 bits, of course. There are boards out there that reaches 32 or 48, but normally they are more expensive. And where you will find probably a little difference is here about the supported sample rates. It can work at 44.1 kilohertz, 48 kilohertz, 88.2 kilohertz, and 96 kilohertz. So no 192 kilohertz. Of course, it depends on what is your purpose. If you use this board, for example, for streaming, this is more than enough. If you want to produce high quality music, you may decide to go to something else. So it's up to you if you want to obtain that. There is no real instruction manual, or at least there is one, but it's not so complete about the use of the device. But by the way, the website is also providing some interesting instructions and videos on how to use the device. There is also a community that is well supported. So frankly speaking, it looks like the ecosystem around this device is quite complete and can be interesting if you want to obtain the best from this. Honestly, I understood how to use it at the best, at least for my need, looking at this material that is available on the website. Okay, now I would like to give you two great reasons that are not described here in the technical specifications yet, but I think you will find really interesting, and you will see how they work in the next videos I'm gonna provide, if you're interested, because of course I'm starting this series, and according to the feedback I will understand if it is something that you are interested in in me to going on or not. I can interrupt it if not interested. There are two great topics that I would like to you to see about the device. Let me turn to that one. This little beast includes a dedicated digital signal processor, DSP. You may say, well, what is the big deal about that? Let me try to explain. This interface has different inputs, has the regular input to your speaker and the headphone. Maybe if you are familiar with the use of audio cards, you may get used to have your headphone connected to the device for monitoring. And from that monitoring, normally you can hear either the inputs dry as it is, exactly as it comes, so without effects, without elaboration, without equalization, nothing, just as it enters the machine and without delay. Or you can monitor the output, but normally the output has a delay because there is electronic elaboration, especially if you are working with a lot of effects and you want to get them. So, considering that I purchased this one for playing guitar. In particular, I don't even have a microphone connected here. I'm using it especially for my guitar. When I record it, I'm very sensitive to delay, so I'm not so able to play guitar if I hear what I play with a delay, with the lag. So I really need to monitor in real time what is happening, and this can be done here. But in all other machines, in all other cards, normally I would hear only the clean sound from the guitar exactly as it arrives. This is not necessarily true here for two great reasons. One is the included DSP. The machine can provide, and that is also the reason why we have preset buttons here, can elaborate the signal from both channels separately, by the way, internally. This means that you don't need to get the digital conversion, the sound sent to to the computer. Computer elaborates and send it back, and that is this round trip is creating a delay. But you can hear it immediately from your monitoring because it's the device itself that makes this elaboration. It doesn't mean that it is lost. You can record it in your computer. You can also apply other effects if you want, but normally it is much faster to get like that. And this is something fantastic because I can monitor the guitar identical or very close, but would say identical. I will show you an example of this possibility to what is recorded. So exactly with all the effects applied, but without a delay. This way, I can hear it very well. I can play better in a more uh, natural way and obtain a good result. The second part, but the second topic, why I wanted to purchase this one and why I'm so happy about this device is also the routing. This device, especially even if you have a Windows computer, it is less interesting because Windows, by the way, this is one of the strange advantages that Windows has compared to Mac, for example, is that routing of audio is quite easy. You can make an application, a software to put its audio output directly to a different device connected to the machine, even virtual ones, and so it's easy. For Mac, it's a little more complicated, but this device, if you use it in multi-mode, that in my opinion is the standard way how it was meant to be played, I would say, by the manufacturer, it can provide an interesting feature. It is seen by the system, by a Mac computer, like three different audio cards, like you had three audio cards connected and with three different names, and all of them have left, right, two inputs and two outputs. So the left and right if you have a stereo or including or two channels. Like you had three of these connected to the machine, and they can be routed one inside the other. And you can use the software for controlling this machine with all the volumes all together, routing also them also inside, like a mixer. It's like using a mixer. So what I'm going to show you, for example, and then this leads me to the next steps. What I'm going to show you in some of the next videos is that it is possible recording. You know that I'm providing my videos recording with OBS Studio. In OBS Studio, I'm able, using this machine, to have a mixer that is the mixer by this one, and control it. And I can reach an incredible target that is having altogether three different signals with just one input on my guitar. And I can let you hear the dry guitar or the guitar elaborated by this one, and beside that, the guitar elaborated with one plugin and the guitar elaborated with another plugin. Three different interfaces. So it is incredible because I can make some comparison, and that's what I'm gonna use to show you also the use of some plugins or for elaborating your and playing guitar together in at home without the need of purchasing pedals or other things. That is something that, in my opinion, you are interested in. Second topic that is very interesting, but by the way, the routing you will see is very interesting because in the end you can be able to mix all together, even if it comes from different applications. So it's fantastic in my opinion. It's also interesting the possibility to provide the effects, as we said before. You can select a preset and apply the effects directly from the machine. No load on the PC. You can monitor, including the effects. If you use a microphone and you can hear the echo or something, is incredible. And no load on other devices, because I was able to connect this one to a smartphone. The power coming from the USB port from, for example, an Android smartphone is enough to turn it on. So it's not requiring so much power. And I can use the USB output to record on the smartphone my guitar with a great quality and including some effects because the presets are stored inside the machine, not all. Not everything you will see from the software. Some presets are available. You can have two for every channel, for each channel, but you can select them from here without the need of a PC or a software. So the elaboration is recorded also by your smartphone. That is something that you cannot do with general use interfaces like this. There are some fantastic devices, you may say, available for especially for smartphone and for tablet. They are designed for that. So what I'm explaining here is not something impossible, but it's really strange to have it on a device like this. So you don't need to purchase a specific interface that, by the way, costs much more than this one, and you have something that you can use in any context: your computer, your studio, as a mixer, and including the use with your smartphone. So you may have noticed from this video that I'm quite happy with this device, and honestly, I think it was a great purchase for me. I selected it because it was I was advised by a couple of friends that told me you will be happy with this one, and I have kept it in my cupboard for a month before using it because I was interested in other devices and other things. I didn't understood immediately what could be the potential of this machine, but then I learned to use it, and I believe I fall in love. I fell in love with these possibilities because really it's incredible. By the way, it has effect. Some of the effects included, like a limiter, compressor, also can produce the same effect that you can obtain on some Focusrite or other more expensive machines in the last reviews. They maybe named them with high resonant names, but this one can get close to that at a fraction of the cost. And here I would like to show you the price because it's something that I skipped, but only one warning. What I'm gonna show you is the price right now here in Italy, because you know I'm Italian, and I cannot guarantee that that is the standard. And you can see that from here. I'm looking directly to Amazon, and you see that the price is $133, including all the bundle, all the software bundles. So you have about $200 in 200 euros in software bundle, and the device itself costs less than the price. And consider that if you stay tuned, if you are patient, you can purchase it as I did during like Black Friday or some promotions, because I purchased it during Black Friday. I paid it 89 euros, so the price was something I needed to buy at the price. But also it is possible to get it in some promotions that have been done later, because for example at the beginning of January, so right long after the Black Friday, it was placed on sale at 88 euros, again still on Amazon. My only suggestion is if you believe you can, and there are some also used pre-owned devices available for sale. If you purchase a used one, just be careful, get a guarantee from the seller that it includes all the software it should include, because it happened to a lot of people to receive the device. The device is good, but including in that you must have the full software bundle, because it is something that is very interesting and very pricey, by the way. So being said this, I hope you are interested in these topics. I will try and go on with this series, also looking at your feedback about this video. I hope it was detailed enough for what you are interested in too. I didn't show you the device working because it is I meant to show it in the next videos. But if you believe that you're interested, you want this, you want to give me a feedback, even a negative one or critics, with the purpose, of course, to make me improve, everything is welcome. I'm always replying to any comments, to any feedback, to any like, dislike, or so, because I really appreciate your feedback, and that is something that motivates me to go on. Of course, consider subscribing to the channel. This way, you get notified when a new video is available. I have to anticipate that I may be missing for a couple of days because my regular job is taking me away, so I'm not guaranteeing that I will be able to provide a weekly video for the next couple of months. I will do my best in any case, but in any case, if you are subscribed, you will know exactly when something is coming up again. So stay tuned. Bye bye. Thank you very much for any feedback, for any reply you would like to send me, and I'm renewing to you the invitation to next video. Bye bye.